This is our Divine Mother Show, the first ever done.
It really is amazing, my friends. Yeah, this is our Divine Mother Show, first ever. And but it's been something, it's like a moment that has been in waiting for this divine time. And it's so interesting to look back and see like all the seeds and all the guidance and all the ways you have had to trust, I have had to trust as we follow our path. And now it's led us here to this moment. And Amma and I were literally just in France on this incredible sacred France pilgrimage in the land of Mary Magdalene. And, we met years ago through some programs, and we'll tell you more about that. But in that moment, in just connecting and being in France, we just looked at each other and it was like, oh, let's do the Divine Mother Show. And we both just felt it and we're like, yeah, totally. We're doing that. And literally, we haven't planned, we haven't had all these in-depth conversations about it. We felt our yes, and then we've been in trust with it. And I have to be honest, we were very excited and we planned it. And then I went through a whole major up-leveling shift transformation with my physical body that is definitely related to the feminine and the divine feminine and all the ways we're upgrading. And so we had to postpone it. And here we are today on this day. And what's so exciting about this timing is that it's the time of the mother. It's the time of the Holy Mother as we get ready for the solstice and the darkest night of the year. Before that is the time, it's this portal of Divine Mother. And so when I realized that and saw that, I'm like, of course, we are on time as we always are, right? Listening to the flow. And yeah, so here we are, and this is the first ever Divine Mother Show with Emunah and Amma.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know me or you, we tell that we are quite far because I'm in Finland, in northern
Yeah,
Europe, and you are in
I'm
California.
in California in the United States. Yeah, so where Amma is, it's nighttime, and where I am, it's 11 a.m. in the morning. And where all of you are here who are live. But yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, it's so amazing. It's so amazing that in this big dynamic universe, our two souls were meant to meet and connect, and all these like pathways and things have come together. And then, yeah, we're sitting here across the world holding space together at this perfect time for honoring the Divine Mother. Wow.
Yes, before we started, I was just thinking that our soul contract between you and me, it is so strong that we were able to find each other, although so far away in physical world. But now we have even met in real life, and that was amazing. After everything that we were connected through Zooms and Skypes and your programs.
Yeah, let's tell them about that then. Let's talk about first meeting, right? So, how did we first meet?
It was one of those program. There are these. I don't remember name of the show, but I think it was 2018 or 19, and I was somehow guided to listen. I think it must have been 18. I was still kind of waking up basically, and I was guided to listen for some reason. I found them in Facebook, but these American spiritual shows.
Yeah, these summits.
Kind of podcasts about, but
Yeah.
you were there, and I found you there. That was the first time I found you, and then they were somehow quite. There was possibility to ask, and there was always this possibility to communicate, and I was many times I was asking things and you answered. And so it was not only one way, but you were answering me personally. I was, for example, asking that if I was a star seed, and you said yes, and I was like, wow. I think that was the first one, because I felt I was in the place where I felt that I had some really powerful connection with stars. And I have to explain for those of you who don't know me that I was grown up in a place with no connection to any spiritual people. So it was quite new to me when I started to understand. I started to remember, and I started to feel that, okay, there is something connection with these stars, that they are staring at me and trying to tell me something. And then you were convinced, you were confirming that this is the case. Yes, Amma, you are a star seed indeed.
Yeah. And I have to say that for me to grow enough on my own journey, right, to get to a place where I would remember that I was a star seed and be opened to the healing and the remembering, and then say yes on my next step of my journey to be visible and be brave too, to get on live and start talking to people about star seeds and aliens and galactic energy. That was so different from what I thought of myself to be too, just like as you were waking up. But I too always felt connected to the stars, knew I had a purpose, knew I was here for more, so connected to the feminine, right? And so, yeah, how amazing, where I just want to highlight like all the trust and faith and steps that we take in our life that sometimes we don't understand why, but it's like one step leads to the next and then the next. And this is a really beautiful journey to show you that. Divine Mother likes to teach her children too, right? She's like, we're going to talk and share, but there's going to be lessons here. There's going to be life learnings, because this is what Mother does for her children, right? And Amma and we've been on that path. We started, like many of you, unsure, but feeling a call to something more. And so Amma didn't know me, but she saw that I was doing this show, which how amazing that I was given this opportunity to speak. And it's always so amazing to me who's meant to come, who's meant to hear. And I pray to Divine Mother, to Divine Father, bring whoever is meant to, like this is in service to them, to us, use me. So I love that. She was drawn. And then, on those shows, I would give readings. I would channel, because I'm an intuitive channel. Again, all these things I had to open and remember as I cleared out density, but it's reclaiming who we are. And so then, not everyone gets to ask questions. That's the other thing. You have to, it's like a frequency that gets chosen, and a few people get to ask questions. So when she's saying, I got on the call, I didn't even know you, but I got to have these readings, and it was like she would get chosen all the time, because we had this contract, right? This frequency, this energy, but we both had to listen and say yes and take those steps and keep listening, right? So then what happened after that? So we met through the shows.
Yes, and then I think I was listening you for a while, and then you were offering these programs. The first one were, I guess, quite short. They were something about remembering and opening, and I felt like the whole set of program you were offering that time, it was like, of course, meant to me. Because you were really basically guiding me through all these steps for some years, because it started, I think 18, and then it was 19, 20 and 21, and for many years, and we also had some sessions together quite soon, because they were included in these programs. And so this kind of face-to-face Zoom meetings. And I think at least I felt that you somehow saw me, and you also, of course, because I always said that I'm from Finland, so you recognized me among many people, because like you said, I many times I had this possibility to ask in these shows, and then
we got to know each other.
Yes, I joined these programs, and I remember that I quite soon had this connection. We became Facebook friends, and then we had some things in common. We had puppies at the same time, and so I
we both are into the Young Living essential oils that have been a big part of our path, right? I have my big oil bar there. I see your oils there.
As well.
Yeah.
Of them visible. Yeah, it was Young Living, and then we also I felt easy to share what I experienced, because it was amazing. I was starting to open, I was starting to remember, and especially powerful was the first connection with Mary Magdalene and Divine Mother. That was because it was so important for me to find that connection, and it still gives me chills to remember, because I felt her deeply coming, and I saw her, and then I remember sending you really enthusiastic messenger messages. What is happening? I saw her, she's coming through, and it was so real connection. And then we had one-to-one meeting, and you told me that, Amma, I saw us in France, that we will go and we will follow Mary Magdalene, and it will come. And that was like 19. It was 2019, and you saw us there, and I was like, yes, of course. And then finally, now it happened last year. Now it happened, but last year you were organizing it, and last year you contacted me and told me, Amma, now it's happening. Now we will go to France.
Yeah, it was so amazing, because again, our intuition brought us together. Her openness, Amma was in such a place of really searching, seeking, being open to who she is. And when people who are open and willing show up into my container, that's what I'm here for, is to hold the most loving, divine, real, sacred space of love, divine mother's love, right? To bloom open people into their power. And so Amma was following that and listening and taking everything in. And then, as she said, having huge experiences. And again, this is all through virtual programs that I'm transmitting online. She's walking on her walks and hearing them, receiving them in her home, where those aren't even all live. She's listening to recordings that have been held in sacred space and created and opening. And then bringing in, because I am very connected to Divine Mother, Mary Magdalene, this is my lineage of what I'm here to hold. And so is Amma's, but that was birthing and opening and seeding. And then we came together, and it's like, yes. And we could recognize each other. And then I had been to France myself back. I was called, and I was always called to Mary Magdalene. It's always been a huge part of my journey. I've always connected with her, felt her story, her pain. I've always been passionate about sacred love, sacred sexuality, because I've known there's a higher echelon of what's possible that we were not having here on the planet. So I've always sought that out. And so I was called to go to France. I think I went for the first time in 2016. Right? And I had this huge experience, and in the caves with Mary Magdalene. These are lands that she has walked on, been on. They are filled with her sacred transmissions, and that was a huge opening. And so I had been there, and I knew I was going back. She had brought me back the following year to do a retreat, and I did that, and I knew we were going back again. But again, as time would have it, as life would have it, then COVID happened after that. We were in lockdown for years. But all of this time, right? This is back in 2019. I'm saying to Amma, we're going to go to France. You have to be there. We are so connected. This is our lineage, right? And then last year, two of my other powerful, amazing girlfriends, Kiara and Christina, who also came back into my life through magical ways of remembering, but we are all magical priestesses walking this path of remembrance, star seeds, guides. They came and they're like, oh, we are wanting to plan this retreat to France. And I'm like, oh, I've done a retreat in France. Like, I can tell you more about it. I know it's so powerful, this. And all of a sudden it was time. Mary Magdalene knocked on the door again and said, okay, Emunah, it's time. I knew it would be time, but I didn't know when. And that's the thing. Sometimes it takes longer than our mind would like, but it's always in divine time and divine order. And if we can trust that, that can give us so much more peace. So I got excited and immediately I knew I had to tell Amma, oh my God, it's time. We're going to France. And she immediately again was like, all right, I'm going. Let's do it. And I think even at one point we had it on a different day and then it wasn't working, but then we listened and shifted it. And then it was like, boop, 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 all green lights, green lights. And so we got to, after all of these years, meet in person in the lands where I'm sure we've been together before, many times, walking and remembering, right? And it was there that we got to hug and be in real time, and that we said, oh, whoa, let's do this Divine Mother show.
Yes, because Mary Magdalene has been with me as well for during these years, and when we first met, I was in totally different place. I was scientist. I was research manager in the research institute, and I had been there for years. In this kind of spiritual closet, I could call it, that I was waking up, I was not able to speak to anyone, and that's and I was not able, I was really afraid that somebody would see me and somebody would find out what was happening to me, and with this transformation that you were guiding, and it was somehow easier for me to connect then with some American teachers instead of teachers here in Finland, which is the nation that I was kind of searching for this connection, maybe more distant than normally would be, and then there was this total transformation. So that 2020 I don't remember which program it was, but I was participating in your program when my dad died, and it was something about karmic connections and family lines, and
probably I think the whole mate alchemy. So part of that is we're healing our masculine line and our feminine line.
Yeah, and it was happening exactly when my father died. So when he died and I was driving, I live here for 3 hours where my parents live, and I was driving there after I had heard him dying that morning, and I was listening. It was exactly the replay of the latest session we had, and it was all about healing this, and I get still again I have these chills because the timing was so amazing, and then that happened, and then I also then was guided to leave my work. I simply walked away after 21 years being in this scientist. I was protecting lakes and rivers, so I was deeply connected with this divine water energy and divine water, and that I knew, but then then I was guided, Mary Magdalene and other guides were guiding me to start my own business and do what you do. And you have been my inspiration also in this style of just surrendering and letting it flow, because that was how you were leading these sessions. It was my way as well. It is so no manuscript or no nothing. You just surrender and let it be guided, and that's was really inspiring, and that has been really my way of doing things as well.
Wow.
That I also want to mention that you were my inspiration.
It's such an honor, because those of you who don't know Amma, a lot of you who are from her audience, you know how magical, how powerful, how tapped in, how surrendered, that when she surrendered, what she brings through, the land healing. This woman is powerful, right? And yet all that was inside of her, just like it was inside of me and it's inside of you, waiting to open. And sometimes it needs a space, a feminine space, a divine mother space, a space of the mother that holds and says, I see your potential. I know you're there. It's safe to open. It's safe to be who you are. It's safe to unfold. It's safe to trust. But, I have to say, it's funny hearing you say this, like, of me, and that I was so trusting, right? And so surrendered. And I'm loving, like, wow, what a beautiful example I was able to set. And yet it's like, wow, it makes me proud of myself that I've been able to surrender at such a level, because it is hard, my friends. It's not always easy. We come from this logical mind, and that says you need to do this and you need to do this and you should make this and check the box. And here we are, feminine energy, the divine feminine, the divine mother is here. And it's a space of unfolding for divine remembrance. It's a space of trust. And it takes some badass courage to do that, right? For Amma to have left her job that was so secure, for me to have left my jobs that were so secure, every day to say yes to this and just open and trust the bigger thing that wants to come through, which is why Amma and I have incarnated. It's why you have incarnated. We're so much more than this, but we've been fit into these little boxes and told, do this, and this is how you are successful. And we can feel tight and angry and rigid. And we're going through a big shift on the planet. And those of us that are the way showers, the light workers, the star seeds, the examples, we've been going first and preparing as more and more people are coming, because the divine mother is only increasing because it's her time. And all that love, all of that energy is showering down and holding us to wake up. And it's scary sometimes to wake up. You're like, whoa, I'm supposed to do this, but I'm being called over here. And what do I do? And then it's also like a shedding and a letting go of these old identities and things you've thought of yourself, and even old beliefs of I'm not good enough. Who am I to do that? And listening to that place inside that knows, right? And what magic is there that we can be across the world, but Amma and I and her team and God and the divine, we set this up so long ago that I would be there for her when her father died. Can you believe that? Like, I was there saying the exact right thing at the exact right time, because I allowed myself to be the vessel for that. I allowed myself to be the channel for that. And there's the divine orchestration, her guides, her team, her higher self that's having her at that moment. This is what you need to listen to. This is the next step for you on your path. And we walk it blindly. We don't know where we're going half the time. I don't know where we're going, but we're going following the divine, following the breadcrumbs, right? And then it led us here. And I mean, I don't even know all these things. I would get Amma's messages sometimes, right? Of like, oh my God, I saw Mary Magdalene in this. And so many times my students have huge transformations and I don't even know, but I am just listening to what I'm supposed to do. So it's very incredible to get that reflection back, because it confirms in me as well my trust, right? Whenever you hear, oh, it's like, oh my God, yes, Emunah, trust that, trust it. You're connected, you're tapped in. And whenever I go through my next evolution, which I'm in now, I feel like I'm up leveling, but I'm like letting go again of more identities and more ways, and listening, because sometimes Divine Mother, Creator, is going to stretch you. She always is, because she knows your potential. She knows there's more inside. And so, but we in human bodies, we get like very comfortable in our life. And it's like, no, it's getting shooken up because something's emerging. But can we breathe into it? Can we trust it? Can we know that it's happening for us? Can we listen and pray and be in that connection to Divine Mother, Divine Father, Source, creation? But she's not loud. Like, she's not like in the loudness of life. She's in the quiet darkness. She's in the stars. She's in the mystery. She's in the cave. She's in the sitting in the stillness and listening, or when you're in your bathtub and you're quiet, and then you'll feel her, then you'll hear her, then she can come, but she doesn't come loud unless you're really not listening, because then she will give you a big wake up call.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the most difficult thing for people nowadays, to come to now moment and be present. Because there's so much going on, and you are always worrying something that has happened already, or worried something that will come, or then you may be focusing on TV or your phone or something outside of your own energy. And so the most difficult thing is to stop and be present and connect with her. But once you are there, when you stop, and especially when you are then asking that, please, I want to connect with Divine Mother, I want to connect with Source, I want to connect with Earth, with my soul, with my highest self. That's where the miracle is, and where the connection is then formed. But it's not easy to stop.
No, it isn't. It's coming at us in all directions all the time through our phone. Back when this night of the Holy Mother was first, celebrated thousands of years ago, right? Let's say in the time of the Magdalene, and we're getting to these holy seasons of Christmas and the Christ, and we want to also honor her, the goddess, the Divine Mother, because she was there. The Divine Mother birthed the Christ. That was a miracle. She created it. She brought through her energy in a miraculous way, right? That's the Divine Mother. But so back then, people would come together by candlelight, sit in the darkness. It was quiet and you could hear her. And now we're in the days where it's loud and there's distractions, and we have phones that are attached to the hip and they're beeping and there's notifications and the next person's texting you, and you might stop and have every intention, oh, I'm going to get still, I'm going to be quiet. And at this Christmas time, you're the busyness of the holiday. I have to run and I have to go get presents and I have to go buy this and shop and plan this, and it's loud. And yet, as we are approaching, this is the time where the energy of her is streaming down, and she's asking us, can you get quiet and listen, right? Like, can you snuggle up by the fire with your tea, with a warm blanket, and just be, my child, right? And just listen. So we're saying this because it's important to give yourself permission to take that time. And to put the oxygen mask on first before you can help others, right? If you want to give your family an amazing Christmas, that's gorgeous. How beautiful. But fill yourself up first with Divine Mother, and then all that energy and love gets put into everything you create. That is the magic, right? And that's when we feel connected to the magic. And instead of the old paradigm where we're ignoring ourselves and we're depleting ourselves and we're running around and we're like, do you appreciate it, family? All the things I did for you. And they're like, oh, thank you. But you're like, there's still something missing, because what is it that's missing? It's not out there. It's this part of us, right? That's like, there's more. Let me expand. Let me be. Let me listen. Right? This is the time to, and we're giving you permission to cocoon, to connect, to ask questions, to listen to Divine Mother, and you can talk to her like you're a child and tell her. She's not saying you only come to me when you're happy. No, child, tell me everything. Tell me your struggles. Tell me your concerns. Tell me your worries, right? Like, sit with me, share with me. Don't hold it all in, right? I feel like what I'm feeling right now is there's a lot of energy where everyone's wound up and tight. And she's like, relax and like, let it start to melt. Let it start to shake off. You know how a dog, when they shake off their energy, like just, we need to, we're shaking off a lot of crap, and we're shaking off a lot of ways that the divine feminine hasn't been honored. And we're all processing it in different ways, right? And I'm hearing you don't have to do it alone, right? And this is a real big message, at this time. Welcome in Divine Mother. Welcome in the love. Welcome in the feminine. Welcome in quiet moments, right? Of breathing, of putting your feet on the earth, of drinking your tea, but being present, not with your phone on, not with anything. Like, just what if you actually just sipped and tasted your tea and felt the warmth on your throat? And even if it's just one sip that is totally present, that moment is gold. It's gold, right? The gifts are in the present moment, not all the gifts under the tree. It's the present moment where we can feel the immense love, the immense light that is there when we can receive it and allow it in. Yeah, so take some deep breaths here now. And just notice in your body, wherever you feel tight or anxious or held, or you've got your list of all the things you still have to do, whatever you're holding in your heart. And see if just for a moment, we can just be here together in this space of divine love, Divine Mother, held just as you are. She's not asking you to be any different. Bring your true self here. Your true self is welcome. And feel that. Feel the parts that you're ashamed to bring, that you don't want her to see. Oh, but I don't want her to see how I'm doing that. Or, oh, I don't know, I'm judging myself here. Oh, and she's saying, oh, shh, my child. Yes. Bring all of it here. All of it here. You are welcome here. You are safe here. Curl up. Get a cozy blanket and feel my love surrounding you. Feel my warmth holding you. And I'm feeling a lot of us are carrying a lot of burden on our shoulders, responsibility. Ooh, the weight of the world, literally. And so here come the shakes. So sometimes when we're clearing energy, and you've probably seen this with Amma too. So as we surrender, as we allow, the energy wants to shift and the energy wants to move. And sometimes the way it comes through my being, my vessel, is I will shake and I will have tremors, and it's my body's actually starting to clear and release in the field what's there to be released, because I'm holding that space. Amma's holding that space. We're holding it together. And so there may be words, there may be sounds, there may be movement. For you, breathe, be, allow, trust. This is happening for you. This is a safe, sacred space. That's our intention with these sessions, with this space. This is a space for you to come and commune and be with Divine Mother. And I don't know about you, but my mother did the best she could. I've had a big journey of healing with her. So much. I mean, it's a miracle that when I talk about her now, I don't feel disdain and hatred, and it sounds harsh, but I have felt those things. And now I think of her, there's nothing left. There's no residue. There's just pure love and understanding. She's my greatest teacher in this life. And that relationship, because I wasn't fulfilled in it, it had me seek out the love of Divine Mother. And I met her in the form of Amma, the hugging saint. And Amma means mother. And so we are different walking emanations and of Ammas, mothers, holding the space of love as the divine feminine is waking up. Right? And so feel that. And wherever you are in your journey with mother, your own mother, Divine Mother, we all are connected to Divine Mother. Every single soul on this earth belongs to her. She is there to love us, hold us. Every soul. And so feel her as we are so welcoming her here. We are the space for her to come, and we are the space where we sit with you in the space together. And we are the space where I've come to that realization. Amma's come to that realization. We've opened to those things. So when you sit here in this field, you get to open and bloom in your perfect ways too. And as we breathe in space, in the dark of the night, in our cave of the divine womb of Divine Mother, we just allow ourselves to take respite, refuge, a little few moments of that presence, of that depth, right? That we often don't get because we're too busy. And so amazing that you're here now, whether you're watching live or you're finding this and it's finding you at this perfect moment where you're being invited to just be, to just sit, to just rest. You might even imagine that you're leaning up against the bosom of the most splendid, beautiful Divine Mother. She may come to you as Kuan Yin or Amma or Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene or a beautiful light. Whatever form she takes is perfect for you. And just see if you can allow yourself. You know, I just keep feeling drawn. I want to put my head just right in the bosom, resting on her heart, feeling almost listening to her heartbeat. As she holds me and holds you and holds us all beautifully, tenderly. And as she does, feel as your nervous system starts to regulate. You might feel tremors, you might feel shakes, you might have emotions. All is welcome. Can't do it wrong. This love is here. This safety is here. This protection. Just being as you rest, listening, feeling. Using your breath to go deeper. Consciously breathing in. Consciously breathing out. With each breath going deeper into her warm embrace, sinking in to the nurturance and the love. And we're learning not to be afraid of the dark, not to be afraid of the quiet, that the mystery is here and it's revealing itself to us for those with eyes to see and ears to hear. And we listen in the stillness and the quiet. Divine Mother says, share with me what's on your heart, my child. Share with me what's on your heart. And just imagine you're there with the sweetest mother, sipping that gorgeous tea, And the tea is so magical and sacred as it touches your lips and enters your body. It just brings love and warmth into your soul, into your organs. And as you sip it, you share with her, what are you holding? What are you worried about? What do you fear? What are your concerns, my love? Just get it all out. Get it all out. I'm here. And she continues to hold you and caress you as she listens. And you sip your tea, feeling warm, feeling heard, softening into her embrace.
And just feel how this love is filling your whole physical body, and it is spreading to your whole field. Just fill all these containers that have maybe been empty because of stress and you feel being tired. Just breathe.
And notice any places where you have tightness. And just bring your awareness there without judgment, just noticing like, oh, shoulders, I feel you. You've been holding a lot. Bring your awareness there. Breathe that love of Divine Mother right there and get curious. What do you want me to know? What are you holding? And we let it go. And as you feel held in Divine Mother's embrace, you feel like you can let it go. You don't have to carry the burdens of the world. You can take a moment and rest and trust and refuel, taking refuge in her love. I hear that very strong. She's really saying, take refuge in my love. Take refuge. I'm here. I've always been here. And at this time, I'm extremely strong. I'm extremely accessible. Call on me. I am here. Take rest. Take refuge in my love. I just feel her like breathing us all into her chest, kissing our forehead, just looking into our eyes. She sees us. She sees you. Trust, 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 my loves. You're not alone here. Trust. She says, I know it's been difficult. I know it's been hard. You are doing revolutionary things on earth. The earth is shifting in huge, ginormous ways the human mind can't even comprehend. But again, just as all is set in motion in perfect divine order, as these two, Amma and Emunah, were meant to bring these seeds, and all the way that through the divine time, their encounters have come to bring us to this now moment. There is a logic, there is an order, there is a divine path, and you can trust it. And you can take my hand and you can walk with me. You're not alone. And so release and let go of all those parts of you that you've been carrying in your system, in your belly, in your womb, in your loins, where you have felt tight, tense, alone, separate, scared, nervous, uncertain. Many of these energies are energies that are very active in the collective. And so we ask and we allow, when you command and give permission, to let it go. Let go of all that you're carrying for the collective, for others, all the worry, all the places and just be held. Give it all over. Make space in your being for more light, more love, more grace. Fill up with my love. Fill up with my magic. Fill up with my grace. Fill up with my nurturing, so that you become the ones who are filling others from your fullness, from the sparkle in your eye, from the twinkle in your soul, from the open-hearted joy. It's all here, streaming down. Let it in, let it in, let it in. See if you can drop any places where you've unconsciously or consciously held it out. It's time for the light to return. It's time for love to return. It's time for the divine feminine to return through us and as us. It's time. Keep breathing and allowing, surrendering, listening, trusting as best you can.
And you may start to feel that this love is also flowing into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
We have this soul contract with this soul of Mother Earth, and we are so connected to this planet, and you may feel this connection from the soles of your feet. You feel your roots, you feel your chakras below the surface of Earth, and you may be the channel of this divine feminine love to Earth. And just for a moment, let it flow through you. When you are filled, you can then do this small service to Earth, because it is also so much needing this divine feminine energy right now.
Beautiful. Giving from your overflow, feeding the earth. I see us all like these transmitters of love and light activating. We are the light of this season. We are the love of this season. This is a magical time where it's time to remember the holy days, right? As we enter the solstice, as we enter Mother's Night, we are the light. Taking time to remember, to fill and then give. I see it. I see it moving through our feet, our wombs, our energies, lighting up the earth grid. So needed. This is like the best gift you can give.
I also feel this beautiful connection to water. We are made of water, and we have this divine connection to element of water. It is everywhere, and this is where the oneness is, that we are all made of same elements, whether it's a forest of trees or us human, and this divine mother energy is flowing through this water through us and connecting to cosmic divine water.
And this is all illustrating for you how important this act is of taking the time to connect and fill up and be with her, because then you become able to be the waters of healing, of love and light that blesses all. I don't think there's anything more important than that. And yet again, as divine feminine comes in, as she saturates our earth, we're learning to shift what we value, what's important. And so this is important. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hearing the call of Divine Mother. Thank you for showing up to sit with her, to be with her, to strengthen your connection to her.
So beautiful.
Let's deepen together. Let's take 5 deep healing breaths. And as we do these intentionally, I want you to feel you're letting your nervous system relax deeper and deeper into her embrace with each one. And we're going to do it together. So breathe in through your nose. Fill your belly. Hold it and then exhale through your mouth. Letting it all go. And again, inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Inhale 3. Exhale. Deepening. Surrendering with each breath. Inhale 4. And one last breath together. Let it all go. Empty it out. And then notice how you feel. Softening, breathing, opening, receiving Mother's love, Mother's grace, Mother's light. If there's anywhere that you specifically request Mother's love, bring it and invite it to that part of your body. If there's any specific prayers you have for yourself or for another that you're holding, we're just going to hold space here and just allow and ask and be and receive this love and direct it where you need it. It is plentiful and you get to receive it. She's here with us. Take a moment and offer any prayers. Direct her love to any part of your body that is in need. And receive. And some of you, I feel like she's saying, please let them know that I want the thing they think that is the deepest, ugliest part. I want that part too. Don't hide that part. Some of you are like, I don't know if I can ask for help with this because I'm a little embarrassed or ashamed, or I don't know, this is a really icky one. She's saying those are the ones. I am here. I want you authentically as you are, my child, and you are loved just as you are. And allow my love in, allow my love to heal like a healing salve that brings it all back into harmony, balance, truth. All is welcome here, she says. I see her like sweeping the front porch, the welcome mat, getting it ready, and she's showing you this space. This is my sacred space. This can be our sacred space. And this is the space that Amma and I are creating through this channel where you can come and you can sit and you can commune and you can be and you can receive Mother's love. It's more powerful when we're here together. We're holding it together, but you can also come and nurture this relationship with her anytime. Some of you may feel it more sitting by a tree or sitting by the ocean. Some of you might see yourself in a cave. Whatever it is, that sacred space for you, but you're allowed to take it up. You're allowed to be there. I feel her saying, yeah, the connection has been made. She wants you all to know you're invited here to sit with her, to be with her, to unfold. And Amma and I are grateful and honored to hold this space with you. Yeah, thank you to Divine Mother for trusting us and working through us, guiding us. We love you. We're so grateful. Your daughters, the daughters that we've been for many lifetimes, come back together to hold this space of love as we enter this time of divine feminine, divine masculine balance, divine healing, divine wholeness. Yeah, as we get to take this energy into these holy holidays, right? And fill up ourselves first before we go and fill others. That's what Mother wants us to know. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Divine Mother. Thank you, Emunah. So beautiful, so beautiful.
Really. Yeah, give you a hug.
Yeah, the space has been created. This is our space, Divine Mother Soul.
It's so cool. I can really feel it. It's like she's like, okay, we did what we need to do. This is the space. This is our living room. You will come and you can all come and have tea here and commune with me here. And Amma and Emunah will be your hosts and your guides. And I feel I'm on board for that. It's like, yes, Mother, we will bring the time. So we'll let you know when we do this again. Thank you for those of you here live that helped us initiate this amazing space and offering, and just amazing. I'm just in awe of the journey and the trusting and the listening and the timing of things, right? Everything has its divine time. And I'm so grateful, Amma, that we have found each other, that we get to honor our soul contract, and so much more magic to be had.
Thank you. And thank you, audience. If you want to say something, if you want to ask, if you want to share, please use the chat box for that. It is available for you. Wow, I feel so happy. We did it.
We did it. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us for listening and trusting. It's really, sometimes we don't realize, when something comes easier for us, we don't realize what a big deal it is. And I'm realizing what a big deal my trust and my faith and my surrender is, and how it's always been. And for those of you who don't know me very well, again, I'm grateful to meet you. I don't think it's an accident we're meeting now. My name, Emunah, means faith. And, I prayed to God, what is my name? Because my birth name is Marcia. And I was like, that's not my name. Who am I? But Marcia has the connection with Mary Magdalene, Marcia Malinovitz, MM. And then I got to go to Israel, and I prayed that I would get my name, and it was given to me, Emunah, with an ah, A-H at the end. And ah, I found out is the feminine sound of God. And now as you're talking and referring, I'm like, that is my superpower. That is the faith and the trust and the surrender. And I'm telling myself and telling all of you, I can keep listening to that and surrendering to that. And what a gift and honor to see that my doing that had you trust to do that. And then imagine all the people that are witnessing you and I, who are also trusting more and listening more and surrendering to the magic and the love that is. It's like, wow, we really do have a big effect on each other. And sometimes we will never know, but I'm grateful to know today and to remember with you.
Yes,
I love all these hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you.
Mm.
And it is amazing how much happiness and joy this kind of surrendering can bring, because you never know. It's always like you take a risk, you invite people to come, and then you have no idea what will happen. And when it happens, when the miracle happens, and she's with us and she's surrounding us with love and really doing what she has promised to do, it is always such a miracle to
It
experience.
really is.
It's so like,
And that's what builds our faith and our trust, right? To say yes the next time that we're
yeah,
walking blindly,
yeah.
right? Such an honor. Thank you, Divine Mother.
Thank you. And thank you for the comments. Elsa and Anne are thanking, Sari is thanking, what a peaceful and beautiful. Arjo is thanking, thank you for creating this environment connection. It was powerful. And Tina is saying such a loving energy. Nina, our dear sister from France, is saying beautiful, thank you. And Samantha is asking, thank you for creating this connection for all of us. Thank you.
Beautiful, my
feel
friend.
you. And thank you, of course, all of you who are watching the replay. What do you think, Emunah? This will be in YouTube, I think. We can share in both channels. I think
Send it out
easily.
to our people
So,
to see and
so let's see
receive.
how it will be. And the next time, what do you think? Is it monthly show
I
or?
think so. It's monthly, yeah.
Yeah,
So
me
do
too.
we want to say January?
Mid of January or end part of January after holidays, and when the year has started already. So that will be the next time.
Yeah, and we'll let you know. We'll listen for her. If she calls us sooner, we'll let you know. But be here, and this will be a recording that you can come back to remember and to sit with her during these holy days, right? Like take some time to sit with her. Take some
Yeah.
time to be with her, drink tea with her, listen, chat, open. That's how it will come. Yeah, and just so you know too, there will be another retreat to France happening this year in 2025, and you're all welcome to come and walk that path with us too. We actually have another call. Those of you who are not who are live here in 30 minutes, a solstice call where we'll share more. So I'll put that link in the chat. It'll take me a second to get it for you. But if you feel like, hey, I want more, there's more today. She's saturating us with her love, and she's called us back for more in the lands of France. So
Yeah, I will be watching the replay because it's too late for
I
us.
know it's so
And,
late. All of you for Finland, and we will have a replay, so we'll get that out. You can watch it. Yeah, I get it. It's so sweet that you're here. And I mean, for Amma, she's doing this at 9 o'clock at night, starting it. That's such a commitment. Thank you for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you, and my Finnish friends here. It is quite late for us, but it is now easy to go to sleep. But I also now want to say that this won't be in YouTube now today, because it will be tomorrow in my time. So
Yes,
so,
she gets to sleep. So
so
be patient.
yeah, it will be there tomorrow in my time, but then maybe late evening for you. When I wake up, I will add it to YouTube and share, of course, then with you.
I love it. And I love your comments. Yes, what a great way to move into the holy days. Beautiful. Is the 31st related to Mary Magdalene somehow? The 31st, I don't know. I'll have to feel into that. I always know the 22nd, and her feast day is on July 22nd. But it does feel like there's something there. And it is that we are in this time of Holy Mother. You know, and again, during this Christ time, we hear all about the Christ, but we are anchoring in the Christed feminine love, like the Christ did Sophia. It is both. You know, her energy helped create the Christ. Like, we can't ignore her. So it's really important that we are connecting to her, to the love, to the energy, to the light as we move through this time. Again, I just am so like in awe of the perfect timing and the perfect order that things happen. And even when we don't know that, it's always working together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
True.
thank you, Emunah, and thank you for all who have joined us. We will be back.
Thank you. I'm putting that link in if anyone wants to join in 12:30 Pacific. That's 25 minutes from now. And again,
You
so
will
no,
continue. You
I
will
know, I'm just
continue.
continuing. I'm just continuing. It's like all of a sudden I've been resting and listening, and now she's like, boom, boom, it's time. She's putting me to work today. So we are doing it and creating the space. So if you want more, there's more. How is that? And again, you'll be able to watch this, and I'm excited for what we create together, Amma. Yeah, I love it. I love that we can both listen and trust and surrender. And I hope you felt it. I hope it was powerful for all of you. You received what you needed, and that this can be a space for you to come back to and be held and be loved and be supported. Oh, yeah. And they're saying, sleep well, sweet Amma.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I will. Thank you so much. And we will be back and see you. And Merry Christmas time, Emunah, for you.
You too. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. The season of love and lights is here, the season of miracles. Yeah, may you be blessed with love and magic, all of you. Yeah, truly, so magical. Mwah. See you all soon.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank you.
Bye.